It's about it. It's not that we do the investigations and try to get evidence. If I don't get any kind of evidence, I don't even worry about it. My wife will go out there and she will do a metaphysical cleansing. And what we're trying to do basically is help people. And if we can, if I feel satisfied that we actually helped somebody, I mean, that gives me a good feeling. So I do a Catholic house blessing with holy water. My wife, she does a metaphysical cleansing with smudging wands and different type of prayers. And she calls upon angels. I call upon angels. Um, if a person has a demonic attachment, we do a full submersion baptism right in their bathtub. We bless the water with holy water. We say prayers over it, and we give them a baptism. And a lot of people don't realize, but a full submersion baptism is actually a basic form of exorcism. So we're exorcising the demon out of them. And to my surprise, when I first started this, I didn't know if I was going to be successful, but I became very, very successful with it, where people said, Paul, my house is cleansed. You got rid of the spirits. Paul, my house is cleansed. Your wife got rid of the spirits. Paul, I don't have a demon on me because the baptism worked. The attachment's gone. So that gives me a lot of satisfaction knowing that I'm actually helping people. Doing an investigation and trying to get evidence, I'm at a point where I just don't worry about it anymore. My main focus is cleansing the home.
That's awesome. I think that's great.
Thank you.
So, shifting gears a little bit here, do you find yourself often pondering death? How do you view death or your own death?
How do I view death?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What I've learned is, as a paranormal investigator, Einstein says that E equals mc squared. Okay, energy can be converted into matter, and matter into energy. And on the quantum level, all people who are made of matter, skin, flesh, and bones, on the quantum level, we're pure energy. So if we exist, why cannot energy exist with the knowledge of what we gained with our bodies, with our minds and our brains? Why can't we be in a spectral form and also too have intelligence? So energy is forever. It lives forever. And a lot of times when people say that they're reincarnated, what's happening is they're uploading the information of a deceased person. Because when a person dies, their soul is floating around in the atmosphere. And what happens a lot of times, little baby is born upon the world, and they have their little antennas up, and they upload the information of that deceased person and have all their knowledge of how their life was. And when they get older, they think they're reincarnated because they have all this knowledge of that deceased person. But what they did was uploaded all the energy from that deceased person, and that's what real reincarnation is. With Kirlian photography in Russia, they have taken people who, on the instance of death, a energy mist will form by their forehead and will leave their bodies. And so energy is actually leaving your body at the instance of death. And all that energy contains all the intelligence that you've gained as a living being, and is still out there. And scientists have proved that brain waves exist, and that's pure energy. So energy will just never go away. And you have residual hauntings and you have intelligent hauntings. Intelligent hauntings is when a ghost can communicate with you. And a residual haunting, you can have a residual haunting. This is what's called a case of living ghosts. There was a case in 1974 in Chicago, Illinois, where this family moved into this house. And around about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, they would see a man manifest. And he would walk over to the couch, and it would be a woman there. And he would start striking the woman, hitting her. And then both would disappear. So one day, the family that lives in that house went to a block party in Chicago. And the host of the party was saying, "We do this all the time. We always have these block parties." And you can look at our pictures from our past events. And as they were looking at the pictures, the woman sees this one photo and she goes, "Oh my God, that's the man and woman that we see in the house. Those are the ghosts in our house." And the host said, "What are you talking about ghosts? Because they used to live in your house. They had domestic disputes. The police were there all the time. But they got a divorce. She lives 5 blocks down the road, and he lives out of state, but they're both alive. How are they ghosts?" Well, they're living ghosts because they projected so much negative energy in the atmosphere that it replays over and over again like a tape recorder. And that is a residual haunting. And she was seeing the residual haunting of 2 people who are still alive.